Good morning, all. We are going to the new chapter of today's class. The class is on the system called as the nervous system. So we look into this system, the nervous system. So what it does, okay? If you look the nervous system, see it is like a like your control, chief control and coordinate system of the body. Anything, okay? It is like a when if you see a snake in front of you, you'll run. Okay, that is all the chief control, like the stimulus and all, like, and every organ, everything in our body is supplied by the nerve, that is by the nervous system. Controls and regulate all the activities of the body voluntarily, like the movement of the muscle. I have told you they are voluntary, involuntary, git, the contraction, relaxation, everything, systole and diastole of the heart, everything, all is done by control by the system, that is the nervous system, and adjust individual organism to given surrounding. Okay, that is done by the nervous system. So, what it does, when you look into the function, sensory input, that is like monitoring stimuli occurring inside and outside of the body, integration, interpretation of sensory input, motor output, response to stimuli by activating efferent organ. Like if I tell you, you think of like a fire, okay, not even fire, like if you go to kitchen, hot vessel, you touch it, you suddenly you don't know it is very hot, you just touch it, okay, that stimulus will be there, and what you do is when that stimulus has occurred, you leave your hand, okay, you drop it down. So what it happened is, you see, touch, when you touch the hot vessel, there is a sensory, means skin, you realize it is hot, that sudden it will go to your brain and it will tell your brain that, yes, it is hot, leave your hand, leave it. So sudden that reflex is got, so you drop down. That is done by the motor output, like sensory input it is going, sensory it is going, motor output means it is coming from your brain to the muscle of your hand, it is telling you drop it out, that it's very hot, that is done by the motor output. Okay, so that is how the function is occurred. Okay, this is how the nervous system will function. Okay, so you can see here, now see in the figure, like see, you can make out, like see the sensory input, like your brain, you are very thirsty now, think you are very thirsty, so that stimulus has come from your brain telling you that I am very thirsty, I have to drink up water. So what you do when you drink up water, you'll go to see in a hand there is a cup of water, that is by the motor, like the muscle is acting on it. So you think, see here, the muscle is acting, and from you hold a water in a hand and you lift it up and drink, that is brought about by the motor input. So you know how this occur. Okay, see, the brain sensory input is going and how the motor activity takes place. So this all is done by the sensory system, all it is done by the, sorry, all this is done by the system, that is the nervous system. So no, like when you see a food, what will happen, you think of food, you go, you will be hungry, like it will be like the input has come to your brain, yes, I am hungry, I am very hungry, I have to consume a food. So what you will go, you will have the food. What will happen when you have the food, mouth, the function of the mouth will occur, then the food from the mouth will go into the GI. All these are done by the nervous system. Okay, this is how the nervous system will act. Okay, now next we'll come to the system. So I have told you about the nervous system. So when you look the parts of the central nervous system, okay, the central nervous system consists of brain and spinal cord. So if you look the central, it is a brain and the spinal cord, and there are one more called as the peripheral nervous system. So central nervous, so there is central nervous system and peripheral nervous system. Okay, this is a figure you are looking about the system. Okay, this is about the system you are looking, that is about the central nervous system. So if you look into the central nervous system, you will be looking on the CNS and the PNS. CNS means central nervous system, PNS means the peripheral nervous system. So the central nervous system, the organs coming are brain, and next the spinal cord. Okay, these are the coming under central nervous system. So what does the peripheral nervous system compromise? If you look the peripheral nervous system, you can see here the peripheral nervous system consists of 12 pairs of cranial nerve. You see there are 12 cranial nerves and 31 pairs of spinal nerve. So 12 pairs of cranial nerve and 31 pairs of the spinal nerve come under the peripheral nervous system. Okay, the peripheral nervous system, if you look, there are 12 pairs of cranial nerves and 31 pairs of spinal nerve. The 12 pairs of the cranial nerve will be looking, and the 31 pairs of the spinal nerve. The 31 pairs of spinal nerve consist of the nerves, okay. Like in the cervical region, there are 8 pairs of cervical, 12 thoracic, 5 lumbar, 5 sacral, and 1 coccygeal nerve. These are the nerves, okay. So these are the coming under the system. Now, peripheral nervous system, there are two. One is called as the somatic and one more is called autonomic. Somatic means motor and sensory. Autonomic means sympathetic and parasympathetic. What it is, I will tell you later. Now, next, if you know this nervous system, if you look, the nervous system is composed of two distinct type of cell. One is excitable cell or the nerves or neuron. You have heard about the neuron. They have told you what do you mean by neuron. Okay, non-excitable cell are neuroglia or ependymal cell or Schwann cell. These are the non-excitable cells. Okay, now neurons, what it does, it is like information. You know, it is like a information, how it collects the information. Okay, transfer the information. Glial cell are some cell which are forming the supporting cell for the nervous system. Okay, now what does a neuron consist of? If you look a neuron, it consists of, if you look a neuron, each nerve cell or neuron has got a cell body or soma. Okay, having central nucleus, nasal granule in its cytoplasm, and cell process called neurites, two types, dendrites and axon. Terminal branches of axon are called axon terminal or telodendria. So see in this figure, if you look in the figure here, you can make out that, see, if I draw a diagram, see this is how the neuron is. It is a diagram of multipolar neuron. So here in the center it consists of the cell body or the nucleus. Okay, so here it is the emerging, what all you look, they are all dendrites. You're looking, they're all the dendrites there. Okay, then there are granules dotted, they are called a nasal granules. So remember, see in the figure here, see these are the dendrites you're looking, this is a nucleus, and these are the nasal granule, this is the axon hillock, and this is a longer one, what you see, they are called as a axon, they are called as the axons. Okay, so this is a what you're looking, and these are the end we are looking, that is called as a telodendria. So if they ask you what is the structure of the neuron, the structure of the neuron, if you look, it consists of the cell body, then the dendrites, the nasal granule, axon hillock, and the axon. These are the parts of the neuron. Okay, see in this figure you can make out, see nucleus, okay, then the dendrites, the cell body, axon, axon hillock, telodendria, and these are the node of Ranvier. All these things you have to know when you tell about the structure of the neuron. When you tell about the structure of the neuron, you have to mention all these things. Okay. Okay, neuron processes. The neuron processes, what you see, they are called, these are the dendrite. What they do, what they do is exciting branches from cell body. This you can see, they are branching from the cell body, transmit electric signal to the cell body, function a receptive site. Like they are the efferent. So the sensation all is carried through the dendrites. Okay, this is a part. Now the neuron, the process, you see the longer one, what do you see, axon. What they do, axon has only one branch, or has only one, but it can branch. Impulse generated and conductor transmit action potential away from the cell body. See, it goes, the impulse will go away from the cell body. That they do, that is done by the axon. So Now in this you can see the difference between axon and the dendrite. So if you see axon, only one axon, whereas dendrite, if you see, they are multiple process, contains neurofibril, contain neurofibril. Here in axon no nasal granule, this consists of nasal granule, form efferent. Efferent means what? The impulse will be going away from the body. Okay, this one efferent, the impulse will come towards the body. Okay, so efferent means motor, efferent means sensory. Okay, I have told you with the diagram there, no, the hot object sensory, that is carried by the efferent. Then the activity, you have to leave it, that is coming from the brain and it is going to the muscle and reaching the, that is done by efferent, means that is the motor activity which is brought up. Okay. Types of neuron. If you look the types of neuron according to the number of processors, means according to number of the processor, they may be unipolar, pseudo-unipolar, bipolar and multipolar. Okay, according to the presence of the processors, the neurons are classified into unipolar, pseudo-unipolar, bipolar and multipolar. Okay, so in this figure you can see. See, if you look into this, there are many dendrites and one axon. So, it is a multipolar. Bipolar, if you look, one side, it is like two. One side it consists of axon and one side it consists of dendrite. So, it is called a bipolar. Unipolar means a small process is coming and dividing into one side to the dendrite and one more side to the axon. That is called as a unipolar neuron. According to the presence of the processes, you can see here, according to the presence of the process, it is divided multipolar, bipolar and unipolar. Okay, so remember what are this classification. Okay, how are neurons connected? The neurons are connected by the synapses. Okay, synapses means to the two neurons are connected. See, one uniting with the other, that is done by the synapses. You can see here, this is a junction called as the synapses. Okay, what do you mean by synapse? A synapse is a junction between two neurons across which electric signals pass. The human body contains up to 500 trillion synapses. Means it is a junction between the neurons. You can see here in the figure. So this is a presynaptic. Okay, this is the postsynaptic. So this is the synapse, what you are looking. So a synapse is a junction between two neurons. You can see the two neurons there. The two neurons. Synapse is the junction between the two. Synapse is a junction between the two neurons. You can see this is the junction between two neurons across which electric signal pass. The human body contain up to 500 trillion synapses. Okay. The synapse is where the nerve impulse passes from one cell to the next. You can see that, okay. It will be like it is passing from electric signal passing one cell to the other cell, okay. Then the electric signal, the action potential stop and chemical signals take over across the gap between the cell. The chemical messenger is called as neurotransmitter. That they'll tell you what do you mean by neurotransmitter. Just now know what like the chemical messenger is called a neurotransmitter. The neurotransmitter crosses a gap by diffusion which creates a small delay. Okay, that is about the synapse. So here you just know what is the structure of the neuron and what are the different types of neuron, like multipolar, unipolar, bipolar and pseudo-unipolar. What do you mean by this word and what are those? Okay. Now, after the neuron, if you see, there are some cells in the neuron. They are called as supporting cell, otherwise called as a glial cell. There are 6 types of glial cell, 4 in CNS and 2 in PNS, means central nervous system and peripheral. What they do, provide supportive function for neuron, cover non-synaptic region of the neuron. So what they support in, they are forming supportive function for the neuron. Okay, there are different types of glial cell in CNS. They are called astrocyte, microglial, ependymal cell and oligodendrocyte. These are the different types of glial cell: astrocyte, microglial, ependymal cell and oligodendrocytes. Okay. What oligodendrocyte do? What is the function of the oligodendrocyte? If I tell you, they produce myelin sheath. You know the neuron consists of sheath, the myelin sheath, which is very important. Okay. So what they do, oligodendrocyte produces the myelin sheath. Okay, this is the sheath. If you look here, there the myelin sheath here. You can see all this myelin sheath is produced by which cell? The oligodendrocyte. So oligodendrocyte cell produce myelin sheath. Okay, oligodendrocyte in CNS myelinate several axon. Schwann cell myelinate only one axon. So this is what they do. Okay, so oligodendrocyte what they do? They produce myelin sheath. Supporting cell in PNS means peripheral nervous system. They are called satellite cell, surround neurons within the ganglia. Then Schwann cell surround the axon in PNS means peripheral nervous system. Okay, there are different like satellite cell and Schwann cell. What they do? Same. Okay. Okay, what is the function of these glial cell? Provide mechanical support to neuron, can remove the foreign material cell debris in by phagocytosis, can repair the damaged area of the nervous tissue. This is very important. Okay, so if there is a damage to the nervous tissue, the healing property and all is done by this cell like oligodendrocyte or Schwann cell. Whatever they do, they repair the axon, okay, forming the sheath called as a myelin sheath. Glial cell can take up, store and neurotransmitter released by neighboring synapse. Oligodendrocyte myelinate tract. Ependymal cell are concerned with exchange of material between brain and skin. What does ependymal cell do? You know, in the brain, it consists of cerebrospinal fluid. Okay, the cerebrospinal fluid is produced by the ependymal cell. Okay, what is myelin sheath? Segmented structure composed of lipoprotein called myelin, surround thicker axon, form an insulating layer, prevent leakage of electric current, increase the speed of impulse conduction. So what they do, the conduction, impulse conduction should be very fast, right? You know, it will be very rapidly. That is done by the presence of the sheath called as a myelin sheath. So the speeding of the signal, all this done by the presence of sheath called as a myelin sheath. Okay, myelin sheath in PNS, okay, formed by Schwann cell. Schwann cell wrap in concentric layer around axon, cover the axon in a tightly packed coil of membrane. Okay, then myelin sheath in PN, nodes of Ranvier gap along axon, allow current exchange across the axon membrane. Okay, this is how the diagram is for the multipolar neuron. If they tell you draw a diagram for multipolar neuron, practice the diagram. Okay. Next, what do you mean by dermatome? Like some region they tell no dermatome. Area of skin supplied by single segment of spinal cord giving origin to one pair of spinal nerve. Means the spinal nerve, what I told you, there are 31 pairs of spinal nerve which is supply the skin around it. That is called as a dermatome. Okay, this is about the okay, that is about the dermatome. So in today's class you just learn about what do you mean by nervous system. Okay, so the nervous system, if I tell you, there are classification into two. They are called as a central nervous system and peripheral nervous system. So in the central nervous system, learn about what it consists of, and the peripheral nervous system, it consists of cranial nerve. So there are how many cranial nerve? 12 pair of cranial nerve, and then there it consists of the spinal nerve. They are called 31 pairs of spinal nerve. So I just named the cranial nerves. Okay, you have to know the names of the cranial nerve. So just learn cranial nerve name. For one, optic nerve. The first cranial nerve is olfactory. Second is optic. Third is oculomotor. Okay, that like that you have to know. Fourth is the okay, the fourth is called as the abducent, fifth is called a trigeminal, sixth is trochlear. Okay, seventh is the vestibulocochlear, seventh is the facial, eighth is vestibulocochlear, ninth is glossopharyngeal, 10th is vagus, 11th is accessory nerve, and the 12th is the hypoglossal nerve. So learn the names of all the cranial nerve. Then know what it consists of, the nervous system. Okay, just know about the nervous system consists, what it has. Okay, there is one more system present in our body, that is called autonomic nervous system. Like there are two division, okay, sympathetic and parasympathetic. What it does, like control involuntary function, heartbeat, blood pressure, respiration, perception, digestion, can be influenced by thought and emotion. Okay, your thought, emotion, everything is controlled by the autonomic nervous system. So see here, like there are two system I told you. One is called as sympathetic and one more is parasympathetic. Sympathetic act when you are in fear. Like see, imagine now when you are walking through a road, okay, you see a snake in front. What you do when you see a snake? You get fear. You will be like fear. Either you fight or either you run. You can do a two. When you see a snake, what will do? You run. Okay, you run. That stimulus is done by the sympathetic. Or imagine now I'm taking a viva to you. I'm asking a question. Suddenly I tell you, okay, answer this. What will happen? That sympathetic stimulation will occur. So when it occur, what will happen? You see your eyes, okay. What will happen? It will be dilated, means it will be wide open. Your heartbeat will increase. All these are done by the sympathetic stimulation. Okay, when parasympathetic act, you think of, imagine like a like sleepy mode. You'll be like relaxing. When you relax, all these are done by the parasympathetic stimulation. So here listen, sympathetic nervous system, fight or flight response. Either you fight, either you run, either you can do two. Okay, that is done by sympathetic. Release noradrenaline and noradrenaline. This is what it release. Okay, that age of yours where you have that adrenaline and noradrenaline gush in you, that is done by this. Increase heart rate, you can imagine, no, and blood pressure will, when your heart rate increase, automatically your blood pressure increases blood flow through skeletal muscle, inhibit digest function. Yeah, you think when your exams are nearing, what will happen? Your, however, your appetite will be low. You can imagine, no, when tomorrow's exam, today if you imagine, what will happen? Your appetite will be very low, whereas the other and all function will be very high, like heartbeat, pulse rate and all have increased so much. So you can correlate with it. So that all is done by the sympathetic stimulation. Okay, parasympathetic rest and digest system calms body to conserve and maintain energy, lowers heartbeat, breathing rate and blood pressure, all gets lower up. That is done by the parasympathetic nervous system. Okay, this is how the function. Okay, summary of autonomic nerve: sympathetic and parasympathetic. Sympathetic arousing, parasympathetic calming. Pupils will dilate, means eyes. Okay, here it is salivation. What will happen? Think your exam when decreases. Okay, skin perception, respiration increases, heart rate accelerate, digestion inhibit, secrete stress hormone, adrenaline and noradrenaline. Here in parasympathetic, pupils contract. Like you think when you're relaxing, what will happen? Your people, you closes your eyes. People, salivation increases, skin dries, decreases, accelerate, slow, activate, decrease secretion of stress hormone. Okay, all this is a function of the autonomic nervous system. Okay, this is about the class. So today you just read on, just, or your pew, whatever you have gone through a pew, like what, draw or learn a diagram of the multipolar neuron diagram you learn, and what do you mean by sympathetic and parasympathetic you learn, what are the different types of neuron you learn, just look into it. Okay, this is about the today's class. Okay, thank you.